What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles YouTube channel. Today we have another episode of Pokemon Daily News. Now, there's three things to talk about, but the main thing is Night March is going to come to an end. It is for sure going to come to an end. We don't know when yet, but this new card right here, Karen, I guess how you say her name, Karen. It says the first thing it says, we're sorry about Night March, but each player shuffles all Pokemon in his or her disc pile into his or her deck. What? So finally Pokemon has listened. They have said, alright, we're gonna errata, license from card was a good idea, but they had to fix it, and now they fix it through this Karen card, which is pretty amazing. Now Pokemon can be shuffled from the discard pile back into the deck, which is pretty cool, and I do like this card a lot. Obviously Night March is gonna be a thing no more because people are gonna play this card. But the question is, how many people are going to play this card? Because a lot of people are, they might not see this necessary. They might be thinking, oh, Night March does not play that much because Karen exists. But that can make people not play it, saying, oh, Karen exists. Night March is not that big anymore. I'm not going to play Karen. Because it's overall not that great of a supporter card. Yeah, you can shuffle all your Pokemon from your discard pile back into your deck. Sometimes you don't want to, though. Sometimes you want to keep them in the discard pile because you don't need them for certain matchups. But maybe we'll see. I mean, Karen overall is a good supporter to get your Pokemon back in your deck. But like I said, sometimes you don't want to. And, I mean, it is your supporter card for the turn. So you have to waste your turn using a Karen. And that's why sometimes Super Rod is it's going to be better than Karen. Because you can pick 3 Pokemon or energies back into your deck instead of using Karen, which is all Pokemon. So it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, Night March is definitely going to be hurt a lot. Don't get me wrong. It is going to be shut down. The first couple months Karen cards coming out, it's going to make Night March kind of, it's going to destroy it, because everybody's going to be like, oh, this card's going to be put in my deck, so it can be Night March. But, I mean, after Night March goes away, will people keep putting Karen in their deck? That is the real question. Night March can still be a thing. It just depends. Will people play this card to counter Night March, or will they forget it, or they'd be like, oh, Night March is this thing anymore, I'm not going to play this, and that's when Night March can come back. So it's going to be a weird thing that's going to happen. And yeah, I mean, you can just play one of these. One spot is not that big of a deal. You have 6 cards in your deck. You can use VS Seekers for Karens, but like I said, it's also a supporter card as well. So it's going to be interesting. And then also, you got to remember that Night March has puzzle time. So they can easily double puzzle time for 2 battle compressors maybe, and discard 6 Pokemon just off right there, which is pretty nice. And then maybe discard some more through a Juniper or something, I don't know. And then also when you do this, they get their Shamans back as well, so they get to draw through the deck quicker. So it's a lot of things to consider about this Karen card. Like I said, Night March is going to be gone, but the death to Night March, I'm not 100% sure. I'll say I'm 80% positive that Night March is going to be gone all the way. But we'll see. But the thing about Karen as well is it's not going to be released until a little while. So Karen from Gold and Silver's Elite Four will be giving out Japan's Night Battle Tournaments this August and September, which are the tournaments that gave us the All Night Party and Umbreon promos last year. And All Night Party didn't come out until later in the year, so we might not get these until maybe the winter set, so Night March will still probably be relevant. For a little while. It will take a little while for us to get it, I'm 99% sure. And also, there's a Mega Salamence that was printed. Savage Wing, 100 damage. You may discard as many basic fire energy attached to this Pokemon as you like. For each energy discarded in this way, this deck does 40 more damage. Alright, so you can play a double dragon, maybe we can't blacksmith to it because it's a dragon type, so I'm not 100% sure how you're going to feel this Mega Salamence. I guess Mega Turbos could be very interesting, because it is a Mega. You can't just put your Mega Turbos back to this guy. I mean, it's an okay attack, it's not the best. If you discard 2, you do 180, which could be just a single DC, a double dragon energy, or maybe double fire, and then Mega Turbos back into them, maybe attach one's Mega Turbo. So we'll see. I mean, I don't think it's going to be that played. It is cool to see a Dragon type. I don't think we have that many Mega Dragon type Pokemon that are really relevant, besides, oh man, I know I'm going to forget one, and people are like, you forgot this guy. I'm going to say Mega Rayquaza Dragon might be the most relevant Dragon type that I can think of off the top of my head. Mega Latios not that really relevant. Yeah, I can't think of one. I mean, if there's one I'm missing, let me know down below if there's a relevant Mega Dragon Pokemon that I just can't remember right now. Alright, but next up, let's get off this Karen page. Once again, though, Karen is a really good card. It's going to be really good to see it in this format, and it's going to be interesting to see how this is going to be, how it's going to affect the format. Like I said, are people going to think that Night March is dead, not going to play Karen, then Night March comes back, it hits all the decks that don't play this one card in their deck, and they do have puzzle times as well. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting, like I said. Alright, so next up is going to be Talonflame. Now, Talonflame is really, really unique. It has this ability, Gale Wings, which is something we've never seen before. At the start of the game, you may put this Pokemon face down as your act Pokemon. But Talonflame is a stage 2. That's pretty strange. You know, usually you only put basic Pokemon down in the active spot. But if you have Talonflame in your hand, you can put this down as your face down active Pokemon, which is really, really cool. So I mean, it's gonna be interesting to see is Talonflame going to be played. It has the attack Aero Blitz, 40 damage, search your deck for 82 cards, and put them into your hand. Shuffle your deck afterwards. Now remember, this is only at the start of the game. You'll still have to play its first like Fletchlinder, because you know after. No, you only put it as your act Pokemon. So you can't put it as your act Pokemon on your bench. Like, you can't put it out as a bench Pokemon, only if it's your act Pokemon. So you still have to play Fletchlinder. It's only going to be 1 turn. But maybe you get, like, a turn 2, maybe play, like, 4 Talonflame and 1 Talonflame Break or something, and be, like, really funny and just do Flare Blitz or something. It's probably really bad, but the most thing about Talonflame is we have this ability, Gale Wings. It's going to be interesting to see, do we get more Pokemon like this? I mean, Talonflame Break, which is, you know, I guess kind of like the evolution of Talonflame, does 150, discard all fighters you test Pokemon. You can play Muscle Band, do 170, but if you go this route, you still have to play Fletchlinder, because you can only do it for the active at the start of the game, which is very, you know, it'd be cool if it says, if this Pokemon is in your hand, put it down on your bench, or on your active spot, or I mean, if you, I don't know, some way where they word it, where if you have it in your hand, you can just put it down automatically, that'd be pretty broke, because you just wouldn't play Fletchlinders anymore. But I mean, I guess it makes sense that they made it if you draw it as your active Pokemon as you started the game. I mean, it says the chance of it happening is 39.95%, if you play 4 of those, so, I don't know, so there we go, there's Fletchlinder, way to say. You can play it as if there's basic Pokemon, no need for pre-evolutions. Yeah, okay, but still, I mean, the main thing about this, it's its ability, Gale Wings. I'm interested to see if there's going to be more Pokemon like this. That's the main thing. I mean, Talonflame Break is not the greatest, so. But next up is going to be this Xerneas Break. I do love this card a lot. Alright, so Xerneas Break has the attack Life Stream. 20 damage. This attack, or 20 times damage. This attack does 20 damage times the amount of energy attached to all of your Pokemon. All it needs is 2 fairy energies. It's a break. Xerneas' first attack, the regular Xerneas, says search deck for 2 fairy energies and put them onto 2 of your fairy Pokemon on your bench. So you see how they kind of like accelerate each other. But you do need like 9 energies out in the field before you can start attacking, which is like 3 turns of attacking if you're using the you know, Xerneas, but you can play, like, maybe, like, Max Elixirs and stuff, maybe Mega Turbos if you're playing, like, a Gardevoir deck. I'm not sure what you played this with. I mean, obviously you play with, like, you know, Aromatisse, maybe Florges, but I'm not sure what else you can play with. You can play with Florges, making it where it only needs 1 energy to attack. That could be fancy. But once you get 9 energy on the field, you can do 180 damage, which could pretty much knock out anything. But I do like this card a lot. I'm interested in this Xerneas Break. I think it is going to be a fast deck, just because the Xerneas and Xerneas Break kind of combo together. Xerneas only needs 1 fairy energy to use the attack to get out the 2 fairy energies, so it's going to be really cool. But the main thing about today is this Karen. Is Karen going to stop Night March? Is this going to be the death of Night March? We're going to find out here in a couple months. It is going to be a little while. Night March is still going to be rampant at Nationals and probably at Worlds, and maybe at the first set of regionals. I'm not sure how I'm not sure if regionals next year are going to be standard or expanded, or if Night March will even be around. We don't know when the rotation is going to be either. So this card could just be irrelevant if how far they rotate next year. But there you go. Hopefully you enjoyed this episode of Daily Pokemon News. I know we kind of went on a little bit about Karen, but I think Karen is an interesting card. I don't know if, like I said, I don't know if it's the death of Night March. It will destroy a lot of Night March decks, but will it be the death? I'm not 100% sure. But I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty. Bye. Alright guys, just want to give a quick shout out to our 2 sponsors, 60 Cards and Yeti Gaming. The links are down below to their websites. Make sure you go check them out. Alrighty.